Daily go get him. Daily go get him. Daily go get him. Daily go get him. Yeah. How y'all feeling? Yeah. Yeah. How y'all feeling? Yeah. How y'all feeling tonight? Monday. Power Monday. It's been a hell of a day for me. And I hope that it's been a hell of a great day for you. This is the Daily Go Getimism Show. Next to the last day of April. April is just about out of here. You know, there are only 30 days in April instead of the customary 31. Well, there are more 31-day months in the year than just a 30-day or that February 28-day month. But this is the Daily Go Getimism Show. I'm your host on 752. I'm feeling like a real man should. And I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should too. We are talking about tonight. We are talking about tonight. We are talking about we're still friends, even though you stole from me. We're still friends, even though you stole from me. What do y'all know about that? What do y'all know about forgiveness? What do y'all know about putting something to the side? What do you know about looking at the big picture? I don't know. You can look at bonding with someone, still being friends with someone, still kicking it with someone, putting your personal feelings to the side for the sake of the greater good for someone. You can look at it any kind of way you want, but we're going to talk about that tonight on the Daily Go Getimism Show. What would it take for you to still be cool with somebody, still be down with somebody who has stolen something from you? See, there are a lot of different ways that people look at theft, and there are a lot of different ways that people look at friendship. Thank you. BLM, you're not going to make it here. BLM, you're not going to make it here. I'm not even the one put you in the clear. You are not going to make it here. You are a dummy. I don't understand. We just started the show. What's up with you, my man or my girl? Because doing shit like that reminds me of a girl. Not really. Because you don't really see women writing dumb shit like that. You really don't. You know, you know, on this show is a little reminiscent. Our behavior is a little reminiscent of how it was when we were in school. You know, for the majority of the students that were in school when we were growing up, most of the girls were well behaved. That's why most of them did well in school or passed their grades, even if they didn't learn the skills, because they weren't as disruptive. The boys, you know, class clowns, always had to be seen and heard, always being disruptive, always shaking shit up, you know? But listen. So tonight we're going to talk about we're still friends even though you stole from me. Could you do it? Have you ever done it? Have you ever remained friends with somebody even though they had taken something from you? They had removed your valuables from you. And maybe they denied it. Maybe you found out about it. Maybe they even owned up to it. Maybe they admitted it. Maybe the guilt that they felt when they did it overwhelmed them and they had to tell you, even though it was going to really, really be a big blow and damage your friendship. But you never know out here. You just never know out here. But that's what we're talking about tonight on the daily go get mism show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it is? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off fast lane, no coasting. All right, let's go. Let's go. All right. What's going on, Care Bear? Thanks for coming on out. And Stacy White, yeah, thanks for being here, no doubt. And James Koo, or is that KO? Yeah, James KO, thanks for coming through. And Cyber King Go Dollar, Cyber King Go Dollar. What's going on? How you feeling? And he says, do you read comments or do you run your mouth for 41 hours straight? I don't know. I know you didn't come here to listen to yourself. So, Cyber One King, Cyber King, go. What'd you do? You cruise in the internet late at night, in the middle of the night to hear yourself talk, or to have your comments read? Shit, you lucky I read your comments. You know, y'all go to these shows, they don't read your shit. They make you give a super chat. So, how about you beat it with the bullshit? How about that? How about that? Beat it with the bullshit. And Allah the wait. Wait a minute. Al all the time? Al all the time? I just saw your BM talking racist trash on another scene on. Oh, you just saw BLM talking racist trash on another screen. Wow. So this is just what he does? Some people what some people would do for attention is just crazy. Crypto Shark says, my brother stole from me when he was on drugs. We can talk about that. Because a lot of times when we're close with family members, they are close to us like friends, and we may have a really strong bond, and some of our relatives may be our best friends in the world. And sometimes, yeah, things like drugs, things like being involved with drug activity, and the desperation that comes along with that can make them steal. You'll be hard pressed to find anybody that was ever strung out on drugs who has not stolen. It doesn't work that way. Being on drugs usually involves some theft, even if it's not from the people that you love the most. You're normally in a position that where you're going to steal from somebody because it's hard to always have enough money to buy drugs. Okay. 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 Says oil correct or the old correct. I don't ever see women. I don't know. I got nothing. All right. Okay. Cyber King Dollar says, no, I'm not reading your comments now. All right. Jag says, I can't be friends I can't be friends with those who backstab me. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Okay. Boy in the Dark says, keep on pushing. Don't let any of the negativity people try to throw at you knock you off track. 100. Keep it pushing with your purpose and mission. I appreciate that. See, a lot of people, most people come here because y'all want the information. Y'all want to actually hear the subject matter. That's what I'm here to do. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to have a good show tonight. We're still friends, even though you stole from me. We're still, when it comes to friendship, there's so many different ways that people look at friendship. Where you might look at friendship as something that involves trust, something that involves protection, something that involves bonding. Other people may look at friendship as something that's fleeting, something that's for here for now, or something that is here for a reason and a season. So depending on what your dependence level is on when it comes to friendship, it's going to have an effect on how you look at what people do in a friendship. So if you, I have examples. We're gonna rock out with some examples tonight, like because I'm glad that my people's Crypto Shark brought up the whole thing about drugs and his brother, because that's real shit. If you were raised in the drug game, the way that you're going to look at theft is going to be different. I remember when 50 Cent first came out, and I'm talking about before Get Rich or Die Trying, because if those of you who don't know, 50 Cent came out before Get Rich or Die Trying, before he got shot 9 times, before all of that. He had an album out, and he had a buzz because of his mixtape or whatever, but he was a signed rapper, and he came out with this album, and this album was really, really good. I heard the album, and it was good. It was better, in my opinion, than Get Rich or Die Trying, because Get Rich or Die Trying was sort of like a gangster album, but sort of like a party album too. He was on the path to be making straight trap music, but the good trap music that was coming out at pretty much the turn of the century. But anyway, I remember in interviews 50 Cent was talking about how, if when he was hustling, when he was selling drugs, if he came up on one of his friends' stash, he was taking it. So if he knew where you hid your drugs or where you kept your drugs and your money, it was fair game for you to take it because you were slipping. You were supposed to always make sure that your team was on point to to ensure that your stuff wasn't where somebody could take it. But even if we were colleagues, it's only right that if I find your shit, I take your shit from you. I might take all of it. I might take only a little bit of it. But listen, you get out of it the best way that you can. So he was expressing a certain ruthlessness. But because he was talking about the drug game, most people in the drug game respected what he was saying because they would do the exact same thing. There is no feeling. Like the same way that you found the money to re-up and buy the product, you'll find the money to come back and buy the product that you just lost. But you'll be much more careful next time. So what he didn't explain in this interview was what would happen if the person whose drugs that it was find out that you took it. He never got into that. But those of you who know about the streets and street codes and all the hustling and the drug game, y'all know what that's about. Sometimes that might be punishable by deletion or unaliving. I can't believe I'm saying this, miss. It may be punishable by deletion or unaliving. Other times it may be punishable just by a bad beating. And other times you might just let it go. Like, all right, yeah, you got me. Speaking of you got me. In jail. One thing I've learned about people who went to jail, they don't take theft very personally. So a lot of people who have gone to jail might still be friends with somebody who has stolen from them because they live by a different code. It's dog eat dog. They look at it literally like a dog. Like, regardless of how much you train a dog, if the dog is hungry, if you don't feed the dog and you leave a big piece of meat out there for the dog, all the training in the world is not going to stop that dog from eating it. That's what he was put on this earth to do. So if you go against his natural instincts, then you're bound for failure or disappointment. And that's the way a lot of people who are in jail or in prison, that's the way they look at it. All right. Care Bear says, if you steal from me, I can't be your friend. Okay. Emma's Toast says, hey, what up, Emma's Toast? Thanks for coming through. Says, what's up, big dog? Sending good vibes to you and everybody here. Salute from Compton, California. That's right, Compton, stand up. Compton, stand up. That's what's up. And he also says, what is your opinion on all the vegan diet? And do you think it's healthy? Well, okay. Before I go into that, I'll tell you this. For those who don't know, and you'd be amazed at how many people don't know that there's a difference between being a vegetarian and being a vegan. Now, a vegetarian is a certain lifestyle where you choose not to eat meat or meat byproducts. So you eat mostly, vegetables, fruits and vegetables. That's what your diet consists of. But that's where the principles start and end. Some vegetarians eat fish. They may not eat flesh, but they may eat fish. Vegan is a total lifestyle. It's a total way of thinking. And before I forget, the human body was not meant to consume meat. If you look at the way our teeth are structured, the reason why carnivores like cats and let's say felines, dogs, hyenas, prey animals, the reason why their teeth are fangy and sharp the way that they are is because they need to be able to tear flesh tear the flesh and open and create an open wound to their prey for their consumption so they can eat the meat. They don't cook it. They don't throw it in the microwave. They don't fry it. They don't bake it. They don't apply any heat. They eat it with the blood, and the blood is the seasoning, I imagine, for carnivores. Human beings were made and put on this earth to eat vegetables. And I'll show you something. In my handy dandy Bible, in the book of Genesis, this won't take long because I bookmarked where it talks about being a vegetarian in the book of Genesis. Okay, in Genesis, let's see, Genesis 1:28. In Genesis 1:28, it says, God blessed them, and God said to them, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the air, and over every living thing that moves upon the earth. God said, see, I have given you every plant yielding seed that is upon the face of all the earth. The plant yielding seed. That's why I don't think that it's a good idea for you to eat seedless produce, because it says right here, I have given you every plant yielding seed that is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree with seed in it, its fruit, seed in its fruit. You shall have them for food. I'll read it again. See, God said, see, I have given you every plant yielding seed that is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree with seed in its fruit. You shall have them for food. And to every beast of the earth, and to every bird of the air, and to everything that creeps on the earth, everything that has a breath of life, I have given every green plant for food. I have given every green plant for food. He doesn't say anything about meat. He doesn't say that it's okay to slaughter a pig. He doesn't say anything about cows. He doesn't say anything about goat or lamb or any living thing. Now later on it goes into depth and says that you can eat meat. But originally in Genesis 1:28, see, and I marked it. See the blue where it says vegetarian? Because I was curious. I wanted to know. So, yes, a vegan diet is very healthy, but vegans don't only believe in eating vegetables. They don't believe that any living animal should die by the hands of human. So they don't wear leather or fur or anything like that. So when you get inside of a vegan's car, it's going to be cloth material in the car because they're not allowed to use leather. No leather shoes, because anything with a face has to be either it should live by nature or it should die by nature. So it's okay for a lion to eat a sheep or, equivalent, but it's not okay for a human to do it. So if nature tells the lion that we need to control we need to exercise population control on this earth by prey and predators, that's fine. But human beings shouldn't do it because it throws off the ecosystem. That's just what they believe. Okay. Jags Jaganeth and Cameron Madison says, so what is this? I just came in. Okay. I hope you get it now. Our USA all the way says, hi, Cameron. Do you need to be validated more? Okay. Conqueror says, yo, what's up, bro? What up with you? All right. And Azteca. All right. Weedham B. Eminem. K. Dot, the best rapper. Yes or no? No. He's a good rapper, but he's definitely not the best. Not to me. Okay, but it says today's topic. We're still friends even though you stole from me. Yes, that's the topic. He says, I'm a munch on this jerky while you preach. Sorry. No problem. Listen, man, I read the Bible. I'm not religious, but I'm just telling you what it said because my man asked a question about the vegan lifestyle and is it healthy? So that's all. And RC Mate says, I think you're constantly wait a minute. My consistency to upload is amazing. Keep doing what you're doing. I appreciate that. And Ms. Toad says, thank you for looking that up. Hey man, anytime. Listen, I was always taught by my elders to reveal, don't conceal. You don't keep knowledge for yourself. Get a conversation started. Because keeping knowledge to yourself will keep the answers to yourself or the questions to yourself, and they may both be wrong. You put it out there. There's enough for everybody out there. You don't have this great idea that somebody's going to steal and leave you broke. You know what I mean? Like you created the internet or Napster or some shit like that. Come on, man. We good. Anonymous says Genesis is my favorite book. No cap. It's the first one. And a lot of shit is in there. He says, Weedham B says, plant yielding seed can be interpreted as grow a farm or something. Well, I don't read for interpretation, but just like I showed you, that's why I put the question mark there. Because I was going to ask somebody what they thought about it. But what it says is I have given you every plant. Because in this passage, he's talking about how man has dominion over, basically is superior to all of the animals and all of the plants. So it says we have plants with seed for fruit. For food. The plants with seed, trees with seed, fruit with seed. But they didn't have seedless back in the day. That's GMO. That's genetically modified. So we can interpret it all we want. There were no seedless produce before probably like the 60s or 70s. Think about it. I remember when green grapes had seeds in them. For some reason, they don't anymore. Well, it ain't no some reason. We know. I know the reason. He says, They ate lamb, meats, and fish. Yeah, it says that later on. It does. It says that later on. Lou says, no, it's not. We are carnivores, not rabbits. No, we are carnivores, but that's by choice, not by design. I mean, nature doesn't get it wrong. Look at our teeth. You got motherfuckers, if you cook a steak all the way, you can barely eat that shit. But a dog won't have a problem with it. A cat won't have a problem with it. A lion won't have a problem with it. A hyena won't have a problem with it. They can eat. When hyenas prey on an animal, there aren't even any bones left. They get rid of all of it. A human being can't do that. We can't even eat a whole apple. Most of us can't even eat a whole apple. Tell me I'm lying. Motherfuckers be eating around the core and all of that shit. I'd be like, there's more apple left on this motherfucker than you ate. Do I wrestle? No, I don't wrestle. Chrissy and Joe. Hey, thanks for coming through. All right. So let's get into this thing, y'all. I'm more agape. I love you. I love you back. 2 yellow card, no lady, no baddie, no builder, bro. I don't even get it. I got nothing. All right. So, could you be friends with somebody who has stolen something from you? Would it require forgiveness for you? You know, if somebody came clean, would it depend on the dynamics of your friendship? Like, would it depend on how long you've been friends, how deep your friendship is? You know, whether y'all have been through things together, grew up together, you know, maybe just met each other, but had a bond with each other. Could you be friends with somebody who has stolen from you? People have done it. There are a lot of different ways to steal from somebody. You could steal a physical object, or some people feel like you stole my girl from me, or you stole my man. I've known friends to get over that kind of stuff. I've known friends, and this is wild, where friends have cheated with their spouse in friendship. In other words, like, let's say it's two women and they're good friends, and one of the women slept with her friend's man, and they were still cool after that. I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen not once, not twice, more than 3 times. So I figure if you could get over somebody, if you could get over somebody fucking your spouse and still be cool with them and still be with your spouse, you probably could get over them stealing some earrings or a couple of dollars. But that's how my logic works. It ain't about me. What about you? Justin Tenega said that's crazy. Yeah, it is crazy. And I've seen it with men too. You know, a lot of men act like they would do this and they would do that if their friends ever, you know, messed with their wife or their girl or whatever, or they say, you know, me and my partners, me and my bros, me and my brothers, we don't get down like that. We would never do each other like that. And yeah, it gets done. And I've seen the violator get away with it. Like, well, man, I told you that your wife wasn't shit, or I told you that your girl wasn't no good. I just had to let you see it for yourself. There was no other way that you could prove it to me? Or was it that important for you to prove it to me? Like, you couldn't just let me find her cheating in another kind of way. You had to make sure that you verified and stamped it with you. We're still friends, but you stole from me. We're still friends even though you stole from me. That's the title of the show tonight. That's what we're talking about on the Daily Go Getimism show on this Power Monday. Make sure y'all hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button, share the show, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. We're here every night. Let's go. Sam Song says you can make a table and chair with all that wood on your neck. Oh shit. Thanks for that. Thank you. Almost forgot. When you come to this show, you get a necklace. I went, and by the way, this is not wood. This is cow bones. This is cow bones. And a vegan would never wear these. This is cow bone, my dude. Not wood. So those necklaces, those beads that you see other people wearing, nah. Those, if they're made of wood, that's cool. But ours is made of bone. Cow bone. So here, let me put your necklace on y'all. Okay. There you go. You look good. You look good with your necklace. Look good with your necklace. Put my struggle beads on. Put my struggle beads on. Yeah, it's on. I got my struggle beads. Got everything I need. Yeah, I'm looking good right now. And I'm down like a submarine. Yeah, keep my sneaks clean. Don't mess with no teen. Always stay true. I would never steal from you, but I know a couple of people that will, and they do. And they still get forgiven. Sometimes forgiving is not even the process. Yeah, it's a mess. But these are the people in a neighborhood, like they said, on Sesame Street. And these are the kind of people, maybe your brothers and sisters, and aunties and uncles, the people you meet. Yeah. Well, you can't control what the next man or woman does, but you can make sure that you never steal from nobody like a brother or sister, your cuz. I wouldn't and be able to look you in your eye and act like it's fly. But there are a lot of different people in this world, so they steal from the boys, they steal from the girls. All right, let's get it popping. ORG. Oh gosh. So this motherfucker changed this. He changed his name to ORG. And what's that? Vane, however, says you can make it. Wait, no. He says, greetings from Russia. Siberian health is your friend. That's what's up. Thanks for coming through. And Amor Agape says, as long as they not a snitch. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Humble or Stumble says, not he messing with you. I don't know. Zach Hunter says, Ricardo Milos is in the house. Well, what up, Ricardo Milos? And Siriana wait a minute. Al-Hanini. Can you say hi, Saucin? Okay. Hi, Saucin. And check it out, Saucin. Tonight we're talking about we're still friends even though you stole from me. Do you think that you could still be friends with someone who has taken something from you? Property, money, something of value to you. Val Nawev says, come to Russia, taste the Russian vodka. Look at the people. You'll see how to have a good time in Russia. Cool. But I don't drink. But when I used to drink, I used to like vodka. It was pretty good at the time. No, not straight though. Justin Tenega says, I would definitely feel a type of way that the wife and husband stuff is too far. I don't agree. I agree with you. I agree not to agree with that. Man, listen, I've lived a full life and I've done some things that I'm not so proud of. I've done some things that I'm straight up ashamed of. But what I have not done is go behind my friend and mess with his girl or his wife or no shit like that. I'm good. You got millions, maybe billions of women on this world in this world. You gotta go to your friend's woman or your friend's man to mess with them. But if we're talking about we're still friends, even though you stole from me, maybe they look at it like, well, you didn't steal from me. You tasted my soup. You dipped your bread in my porridge, but you didn't steal from me because they're still with me. And maybe that's how they rationalize it. Maybe that's how they rationalize it. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, we were talking about drugs a little bit earlier. If you have people who are on drugs in your family, more than likely they're going to steal from somebody. So while we on that topic, shout out to all of the mothers, all of the fathers, all of the relatives who have had things stolen from them from their beloved family members, whether they were the oldest, the middle, or the youngest family members, whether they were brothers or sisters or cousins, aunties and uncles. We had an experience with a lot of our relatives in the 80s and 90s and part of the 2000s when it comes to theft. So, um, even though somebody might be your relative, they may be a good friend to you. In other words, they treat you in a friendly way. They display the loyalty and the bonding and the love and the camaraderie that a friend would, even though they may be a close relative or distant relative. It doesn't matter. A friend is a friend, and we use the word friend in this more broader sense because we may have differences on how all of us see friendship. So if I'm a thug, or if I'm in that street life, or if I'm in jail, or if I'm a thief, I don't see how a thief can be upset about somebody stealing from him or her, male or female, friend or foe. It's just something you have to charge to the game. You steal your stuff, you got to put it away like the person that you stole from probably should have. At least that's how you say it in your mind. I told this story on this show before, but I didn't tell it to y'all. Um, there's a card game and a shell game called Three Card Molly. The actual name of it is called Three Card Monty, but on the streets where I grew up, they called it Three Card Molly. So on the East Coast, Philly, New York, Jersey, Baltimore, we called it Three Card Molly. Now, a lot of times, well, and the game goes, if any of y'all don't know, you take three cards. Normally, like two red cards and a black, and you have to try to figure out. They shuffle the cards, and you try to figure out which card is the black card, and they make it look easy. And but by the time you start playing with them, you find out how slick they can be with the cards or the shell game. So one time I was on the bus on my way to work, and the Three Card Molly guys were on the back of the bus. Now I knew these guys because I used to work downtown, and when I worked downtown, I met a lot of people that were in the street life, whether they were homeless, thieves, selling fake jewelry, or playing Three Card Molly. So I knew these guys. I knew them by name. So when I sat at the back of the bus and I saw that they were there, and they had the shell game going on. Anyway, there was a woman on there. See, everybody who plays the shell game think that they can beat the Three Card Molly game, Three Card Molly guys at their game. So the Three Card Molly guys will let you win first. They'll give you an easy game. Like, listen, don't even worry about it. No money, no money. Which card? They'll shuffle the cards, and it'll be easy. You'll pick the card. You'd be like, yo, you would have won $5, or yo, you would have won $20. Let's play again. Shuffle the cards. You win again. Like, yo, You would have won $20, man. You need to put up some money because you losing money out here. I'm playing for free. So what happens? You put up money. So there was this woman on the back of the bus, and she put up her money. She put up $80 because she thought she was going to beat him. They did the shell game. Now remember, she had won before. They did the shell game. She picked the shell that she thought that the little little pink rubber ball was under. She picked it and it wasn't there. She lost. Well, this lady had a fit. She had a fit. And she was causing a big ruckus and a stir in the back of the bus. And those guys don't want no trouble because they're gambling and it's considered illegal gambling on the street or on a bus. So she was like, y'all better give me my fucking money back. That money is for my bills and blah, 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 blah. And one of the guys said to her, he gave her a speech that I never forgot. And it gave me a lot of insight into, the mentality of people who make their money on the streets. He said, now you causing all of this, this trouble and all of this ruckus and all of this confusion and all of this attention, to our game. He said, but you were greedy. You were so greedy that you thought you could beat me at my game. You were greedy. You was willing to take my money, but you're demanding that we give you back your money that you made your bet with. He said, if this was your bill money and you needed it to pay your bill so bad, why were you gambling? Why did you put it up? Because you thought you could beat me. So you didn't mind me losing my money, but when you lost, you don't want to honor your bet. So I'm not giving you all your money back. He gave her $60. He said, I'm keeping this $20. I don't care what you or the cops say. And I never forgot that speech he gave to her because it almost sounded prepared. I said, the part that got me when he called her greedy. You was being greedy. You had what you needed and you put it up thinking that you would get more than what you needed. And when you lost it, you couldn't take it. So you essentially lost it and tried to steal it back from me with assistance. You played in this illegal game, but you didn't want to live by or play by illegal rules. I said, after that, I had nothing but respect for those 3 Card Molly guys. Nothing but respect. Because it made sense. So you take that mentality. They know that there's a chance that they may run into trouble when they're doing what they do. And they're taking people's money. But they're not taking people's money. Everybody who plays that game has made the decision to play. Sure, they made them think that they were going to make some easy money, but whoever plays made the decision to play. They didn't say, no, you got to play this game. No, man, put up your money. You got to play. It's not the way it works. Every person who plays the game thinks that they can beat those guys at what they do for a living all day. So when we talk about a friend stealing from a friend, but still being friends, I imagine that in a relationship that was built on unscrupulous activity or methods or practices, then I guess stealing ain't no big deal. It ain't no big deal. That's the game. You got to charge it to the game. Charge it to the game, baby. So that's my little story today. Yo, make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. This is the Daily Go Getter Amazing Show. And I am your host, Son752. What's good? What's good? Thanks for coming through, y'all. I love Jesus. A7 MDLSX. Lynn. Bless Sunflower. Thanks for coming through. Appreciate it. And thanks for I appreciate you returning. And shirt says something that doesn't matter. All right, now okay, Mr. Jackson. Pray that mosquito doesn't wait. Hold on. Siriana says, I like your necklace, but the beads are too big. Okay, all right, that's cool. But what about the necklace you have on? You got on one too. You gonna take off your beads? Don't do it. Leonard Arola, beads ruling. That's what's up. Mr. Jags, what's up, man? Mega sorcery. You look like Bin Laden. Humble to rumble this. Wait. Oh man, yeah. I can't. But it's all good. It's all good. I love Jesus says, what is your video about? This video is about we're still friends even though you stole from me. So we're talking about whether you could still be friends with somebody that would take your property. Somebody that you wouldn't be able to leave alone with your personal belongings because they might take it. They might take it and they might deny that they took it. Well, speaking of taking your personal property and speaking of friendship, see, one of the principles of friendship for most people, not all people evidently, but for most people, friendship has a lot to do with trust. Trust. One of the reasons that we're friends is because I can trust you. I know that you have my back. I know that you're not out to hurt me. I know that you're not trying to be predatory towards me. But if you know that somebody will steal from you if they get the opportunity, if they're left alone and there's nobody else to blame, I mean, if there are other people that can take the blame besides them, maybe they'll be opportunistic enough to take from you. Friendship for me has a lot to do with trust. It doesn't have a lot to do with being dependent upon somebody, but I must trust you. I must feel like this person is not trying to hurt me, harm me in any kind of way. So if I know that you'll steal from me, how can I consider you to be a friend? Because I can't trust you. It's just like when a man dates a woman or a man marries a woman. Trust is a big thing. Between a man and a woman, trust is a big thing. You know? Like if I can't trust my woman with conversations that her and I have, if I know that she's a blabbermouth and she'll run and tell everything that I talk to her of a private nature or just like a little frivolous conversation nature. If I know that my woman can't hold water, if I know that she can't keep a secret, if I know that privacy means nothing to her, if I know that as soon as it comes out of my mouth to her ears, it's coming out of her mouth to somebody else's ears. I know that there's no trust between her and I. How can we ever be lovers? How can we ever be in a relationship? How can we ever be married? We can't because I can't trust you. So in a friendship, trust is a big thing. Trust is a big thing. I mean, think about it. And that goes for women with men too. You know, women have a lot of things that they have been through. Most women have been through a lot of things: sexual abuse, emotional abuse, bad relationships, insecurity issues, you know, having to wonder whether the world thinks that they're pretty or average or ugly, desirable or not. And she may express that to her man. So imagine expressing to your man, like, ever since I was a little girl, I never really my daddy never acted like he loved me. He never called me pretty. He never called me his baby girl. He never treated me. You know, he gave me money and stuff like that, but he never showed any love. He always kind of acted like he kind of treated me like he really wanted a son, but he didn't have a son. He had a daughter. And you know, and maybe she expresses to a man that a lot of the men that she's dealt with reminded her of her father because they never expressed any love or admiration for her. And maybe she really needed that. And what if her man uses that against her? So every time she doesn't do something that he wants her to do as a control mechanism, he always tells her, well, that's why you ain't all that cute. And that's why your dad never really loved you. And that's why the men that you've been with ain't never treat you right. And you here trying to get me to treat you right, or you here mistreating me, like you all of that. Ain't nobody, you know, no trust. No trust. So that means the things that her innermost heartfelt trauma that she's gone through, she can't trust her man to keep that between just the two of them, or to not use it as a weapon to control her anytime she doesn't do what he wants her to do. No trust. So how can a person be your friend if you know you can't leave him in the house with your valuables? If you can't even leave him in your car? Anybody, yo, you ever leave somebody in your car and they steal money out of your car? Like maybe you had some change in the ashtray, middle console, the cup holder. Maybe you had some toll money or something like that, and they dipped into the toll money. Ever leave somebody, one of your friends, in your room, and you had tapes and CDs or albums, and somehow one of your favorite CDs that you go to play, you can't play that day. You know why? Because it ain't there. Your friend borrowed it. But maybe they didn't tell you that they borrowed it when you asked, yo, man, I couldn't find my R. Kelly 12 play tape. I couldn't find it. I've been wanting to hear bump and grind for a few days. I can't find my tape. You have my tape? Nah, man, I ain't got your tape. Nah, I ain't got your tape. And just one day, a week later, weeks later, months later, a year later, you go over and maybe you marked your tape or your CDs or your albums, and you over their house, and guess what happened? You see your tape, CD, or record. What the hell is going on? There's no respect or love for you. They have done your end. That shit is fucked up. It's a sin. Yo, you can't leave your friend in your crib, in your room. Yo, it's filled with doom. Yo, you are consumed with much anger because you left them alone with your shit and it's in danger. You don't know what else they might have taken because you haven't gone for it yet, missed it yet. Shit is fucked up. The American Voice disregarded says, those aren't your friends, bro. I agree. But some people get over this shit like it ain't nothing. Like, well, as long as I got my R. Kelly tape back. I hear you calling way back. I don't know. David Sell says, my father used to come. Okay. All right. The American Voice says, green after a bowl or three. I don't know what y'all talking about. I Love Jesus says, I'm glad I have a good dad. That's what's up. Oh my goodness. Leonard says, I do roofing. That's what's up. Stop doing weed. Let's do pancakes. CJ Johnson says, how much money and jewelry you wearing? I don't know. Why would that matter? Tell you what, I'll add you as a friend. I'll let you come over my house and steal it. And then when you go to sell it, they'll tell you. Sorry, man. I'm just fucking with you. I'm being an asshole right now. But to think that I would ever tell anybody on a public forum how much money I spent on anything, like jewelry wise, like what would y'all think of me? curious. What if I got up here and told y'all how much I pay for things? Like, yeah, this ring costs, and this ring costs, and this bracelet costs, and these bracelets cost, and this smartwatch costs, and this regular watch. Like, what would y'all think? Be like, what kind of dickhead is it? Like, who does that? That's what I would be thinking. Like, well, I think this is probably the last time I'm gonna watch this channel because there's too much curiosity here. There's too much clout chasing here. But I'm curious to know what y'all would think of something like that. Make sure y'all hit the like button, y'all. Make sure that y'all share the show. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. This is the Daily Go Getimism Show. I'm your host, Sun752, and we are talking about we're still friends, even though you stole from me. 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 We are. Even though you stole from me. We are. Even though you stole from me. We are still friends. We are okay. I forgive you. Oh man. Dancing on the Sun says, what the fuck? Well, he said, what the F? All right. All right. Certified Stepper says, dang, son, have you been working out? You look pretty stacked like a freaking brick wall. I do. Well, I always been working out, man. You know, under my sweaters and sweatshirts. And like, I've been built like this. Actually, I gotta lose some of this gut though, because this ain't working out for me. You know, I'm actually at a heavier weight than I've been ever. And so I gotta, but you will see me working on some shit. But I've always worked on my upper body, so you know. But I appreciate the comments. And he says, "How do you keep your head so bald?" I'm not hating. I'm just wondering if one day I go bald. Hopefully, I'll look as good as you. I appreciate that. I shave my head every other day, and as simple as that. And I never use shaving cream. Just water. Just water. And I don't get razor bumps or anything like that. But you know what? Because my hair doesn't grow up here anymore, that stays smooth and relatively marking free. But back here, because it would grow all around here like on some George Jefferson shit, male pattern baldness. I have to maintain that more. So even when I get a close shave, you can still see patterns, you know, with the hair growing back in. So I could shave every day, but that's too much maintenance for me. I don't know. Shout out to all of the guys who shave their baldy every day, but I can't be doing that shit every day. My hair gotta grow a little bit, then I can yap it. Humble the Rumble says he's wearing only fake silver. This is not fake silver. This is real silver. It is so. And look, my shit bang glass tables. Bang. 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 This is good silver. Very good silver. Mr. Jack says, will you be my friend if I steal your beads? Well, I would try to give you a reason not to steal them, man. I'll let you rock out. I'll let you rock out with your own beads. And I'll even let you go for the Tibetan Buddhism beads. You know, you see them skulls there? You see them skulls? That's the Tibetan Buddhism beads. Tibetan Buddhism. Tibetan Buddhism. Tibetan Buddhism. I only wear those for special occasions. All right. So, wait. Baptism of Frequency says that's from the Indian village of Yosemite. I've been there. It was nice. Very much history still there with the natives. Okay, cool. Yeah, some cultured cats in the house. Big Handy says, look at the top of his head. Nice. I can't, man. Certified Stepper says, if your wife ever asks where you're at and you can't think of a lie, just say, I had to go out and buy shampoo and see if she notices or not. I like it. I like it. Dang it, Nancy says, that's a woman's job to shave your junk for you. I don't know, man. Unless you're a porno star, and even if you are a porno, let me put it this way. Unless you're a porno star, I don't see any reason a man should shave all of his hair off of his dick. And if you are, so I don't, if I find out, and I should never find out that another man doesn't have hair on his privates. But if I find out, I'm going to lose respect for you. Unless you're a porno star. And if you're a porno star, I'm going to lose respect for you. Why? Because you're a porno star. But that's me. You can call me frigid or inhibited or what's the word? What's the word that they use to describe people who are a little reserved when it comes to sexual activity or whatever? Dang it, Nancy says, my bad. I thought you were talking about ball sack. No. Oh, man. I love Jesus says, if you don't mind me asking, what do you believe in? I believe in human nature. I believe that time and opportunity will make a human do some human shit. It'll make them lie, cheat, steal, give to themselves what they might not deserve, or tear others down who may deserve better. But if you're talking about religion, I call myself a spiritual person. I have a personal relationship with God, and I'd rather keep it that way. I don't like to go to church. Well, let me put it this way. I don't like to join church. I don't mind going to church. Like anybody who has invited me to church, I'll go because I like to hear the word and I like the choir and stuff like that. I've gone to mosques. I've gone to synagogues. What I haven't gone to, much to the chagrin of my neighbor across the street, I haven't gone to the Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witnesses. But I don't want to go. All right. Certified Stepper says, this guy's show is so good. It's always positive vibes here. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Mr. Jack says, I believe in the results after hard work. I like that too. D-Boy says, Jesus Christ is king. I'll take that. Certified Stepper says, what about Muslims? I think men sometimes have to shave their privates. I've never heard that. I've definitely never heard that. I never heard of shit like that. So they can wear a long ass beard, but they can't have hair on their dick. What the fuck, man? Let me find out. Malcolm X, Osama bin Laden. They all had long beards, but they was totally free of all follicles down there in the fellatio. Come on, man. Certified Stepper says, This girl told you that she's lying, man. She lying. Big Eddie says, nice channel, man. I'm going to subscribe. Good looking. Appreciate that. D-Boy says, I believe in Jesus Christ wholeheartedly. I ain't no problem with that. All right. Negron James says, why are you bald? I don't know. Why do you have hair? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We're about to get out of here though. We're gonna do these birthday shout outs and then we're gonna get on up out of here. I've had a long day. I've been traveling a little bit today. Um, it's almost a minor miracle that I was even able to do this show. Because before the show came on, I was but I'm glad I came here to do it. So let's do it. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious April 29th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number one out the box, Glaney Cabrera, turning 38 years old today, and Tanya Lee, happy birthday to you. And also Ramasus Anon Ma'at Ra, happy birthday to you. And Mickey Armstead, turning 60 years old today. And also my man Jeffrey Hackett, turning 65 years old today. And last but not least, Albert Geiger, happy birthday to you. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious April 29th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. Turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out. Rock on and do the damn, rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind, and anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, yo, we still friends, but you stole from me, We still friends, but you stole from me, We still friends, but you stole from me, Maybe my love for you makes me still wanna be down with your crew. Maybe I have a bigger purpose than what you stole. I had something to get from you. It's gonna be sold and it'll be worth it all the time in the end. But if I need something from you, are you really my friend? I know friends help each other out, and I know what that shit is really all about. But my friendship with mine and yours is different than theirs, and I have to respect where you lay your head or take yourself to place to place. Clear it out space, regardless of your race, creed, or color, your culture. We gotta do this thing, but we see the vultures. You leave inside your house and they will clear you out, leaving nothing but the bones. And everything you own has been taken from you. And y'all still cool. Well, that's what you wanna do. I ain't got nothing to say to you. I gotta live and let live, and I will. So, everybody sit back, relax, and chill. You want to be friends with your thief? Well, I pray tonight that the soul will keep yourself from God. I know life is hard. You need a friend like that. Well, maybe he'll go to bat in other ways, but he gonna get paid, gonna take from you, because that's how he do. Well, decisions that you make are yours. That's your boy. Those your boys. What can I say about the way you live your life? All I know is that I think this shit is trife. We be back tomorrow night with another subject. And that shit is gonna get respect. So make sure that y'all come through tomorrow night at 1. My name is S-U-N, and that spells son. And we gonna talk about something real fly. You think we ain't? You think that I would lie? Well, I wouldn't, and I didn't. And I tell you something else. We want to talk about tomorrow is good for your health, physical, mental, spiritual, whatever. I know that we gonna get in some shit when we together, and we gonna make the mind travel, astral travel. Yo, we be back. I swing the gavel, bang on the table, tell you the truth, no lies, fantasy, and fables. I see y'all tomorrow night. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll be back tomorrow night, and shit will be live. I want to thank y'all for coming through, man. Let me disrobe y'all. Take y'all necklace off. Yeah, everybody, y'all can punch out. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. I love y'all right back to life. Like I said, we will be back tomorrow night, 1 a.m. for another Daily Go Getimism show. So until then, please stay safe. Please love those who love you, and even the ones who don't love you yet. You show them love until they get there. All right. Peace, y'all.